I know my worth. That's what you see all the time online, whether it's Facebook, dating apps, or hearing it on YouTube, TikTok, doesn't matter. This is what women say all the time. I know my worth. Compared to what? Okay, look, in this video, I'm going to reveal the questions, 3 questions that I ask that women absolutely hate when they say, I know my worth. And keep watching because, oh yeah, this is good. And especially for women watching, oh, you need to hear this. All right, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys and the women that want to understand them. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and a notification button because I'm dropping videos every week. Woo! Okay, but first, I'm starting a new clothing line called Silver is Sexy. That's right. And I'm going to have up to 6 pieces at my launch, which is going to happen in a few weeks. I have a few teaser products. They're not with me right now, but you can go take a look at the link in the description and use the coupon code VIP100 because my first 100 customers, I'm going to offer 20% off. You can get 20% off of these signature pieces, any piece you want, okay? A couple of the pieces I want to highlight first is a cowboy hat. Yep, Silver Bachelor's making a cowboy hat, and this is unlike any cowboy hat you've probably ever seen. It is unique, has a hidden pocket. It's 100x beaver felt. It is going to be awesome, all right? And a cafe racer inspired motorcycle jacket. Badass. All these pieces, by the way, guys, will make you the most interesting man in the room, I promise. And the purpose of that is to start conversations. Women and men will come up to you asking you where you got this jacket. That is cool. And what easier way to meet people organically than wearing a piece that gets attention like these? All right, but enough of that. Let's get in this video. So, I know my worth. Okay, so first question I have, or I would ask, is compared to what? Okay, so let's think about this. I know my worth, all right? When it comes to real estate or even your salary, what you think you're worth is completely different than what the market says you're worth, all right? I remember watching Selling Sunset one time, real estate brokerage reality show, and they're selling multi-million-dollar homes, okay? They had a client, and he said, I believe my home is worth $100 million. The partner of the firm comes in to take a look at his place and says, look, I've sold a lot of homes right around you. In fact, I sold one right beside you, and at best, you're going to get $70 million for this house. Doesn't matter the finishes, doesn't matter what you think it's worth. At best, it's only going to get $70 million. And even then, you're going to break a record in this neighborhood for the price per square foot, okay? So there's one example of it's one thing to think you're worth something, and another thing what the market says, yeah, you're worth this, okay? Another example, you might think you're worth $200,000 in salary per year, but all the employers for your skills, your experience, and everything else says, yeah, you're only worth $55,000, okay? So when I see these comments, I know my worth, I ask, in my mind, and sometimes I've asked them directly, compared to what, okay? And here's the reality, right? And I've watched a lot of TV shows and series, and you will have women that are close to 200, over 200 pounds, average looking, let's say, at best, and they believe that they're worth, that they can attract a top-tier man. Maybe they can get a top-tier man to sleep with them, but to have a relationship with a top-tier man, I'm talking like, just by the way, just to let you know, if a man makes over $200,000 a year, he's in the 5th percentile of men in North America. If he makes over $400,000 a year, he's in the top 1% of men in North America. And guess what? Those top-tier guys have options. They can either pay for those options, and if they are attractive, if they are physically fit, and they're not married, they don't have kids, like on and on and on, that percentile of that guy is now so rare, right? And height, all these things. He's so rare that now he has an abundance of options. And so here's just just to prove my point, right? When a woman says, I know my worth, I can't help but think, compared to what? And most of the women that are saying that are at average at best, and they are pushing or over 200 pounds, and it makes me laugh. All right, next, I know my worth. Okay, but the next question I ask would be, okay, but what do I get? Really? Okay, you know your worth, but what do I get as a man who's going to offer the things that I offer as a man? Okay, so in case you're not wondering, how much does it cost to get some box? Yeah, I'm talking how much does it cost to get sex? So these women that say, I know my worth. Okay, well, you know what you're worth in terms of being able to have sex with you, or women in general? And here's the thing. I was a sugar daddy for 1 year, okay? And I've been dating for 5 years. I was married for 20 years. I know exactly what it's worth to sleep with a woman. And I'm talking women in their 20s and 7s minimum. Guess how much it is? Guess how much they're worth in terms of having sex with them? $300 to $500. Okay, so when a woman says, I know my worth, I'm thinking, oh, so 300 to 500? I'm just joking around. Okay, but in general, if I don't care about a relationship, I don't care about dating, right? And I just want to straight up have sex, skip the line. No dates, no fancy dinners, no romance, none of that. It costs $300 to $500 to sleep with a woman in her 20s who's 7s or 8s. Okay, so women that are saying, I know my worth, I can't help but think, well, compared to what? And also, most importantly, what do I get? Because I will tell you this, what men don't want is we don't want a headache. We don't want a woman nagging us, pissing us off, giving us a hard time, especially if what we are bring to the table is elevating their lifestyle, which, by the way, almost every single man elevates a woman's lifestyle. You know why? Because she doesn't pay for anything. That's typical. Typically, men pay for everything. They pay for the dinners. They pay for the transportation. They pay to help her with her nails, her hair, all these things, even maybe some of her bills, maybe all of her rent. Who knows? I don't know what the situations are out there, but to each his own. But in general, a woman dates to have her lifestyle elevated. A man dates to have companionship and sex. Okay? So I ask these ladies, all right, you know your worth, but what do I get in exchange? All right, last. I know my worth. Okay, fine. But what if I say to women, well, I know my worth, and that is not dating a woman under 35, not dating a woman who has kids, and not dating a woman who is over X amount of pounds. Let's say it's 150. Well, then I'd be seen as a misogynist. I'd be seen as a terrible guy and all these things. And so women throw around this phrase, I know my worth. But if a man says the same thing and is very specific, unlike women, they're not specific in almost anything. They're very speaking generalities, and you're like, I don't understand what you're looking for. I don't understand what you want. You're just speaking in vague terms. You're wordsmithing here. Or what is that? Wordsmithing, word circling, whatever. So guys, if you are specific in your standards and and you go, you know what? I make this, I have this body, I don't have this in terms of kids, I'm not married and all these things, and you know you're a top tier guy, and you say, I'm not dating a single mother, I'm not dating a woman under this age, and I'm not dating a woman under this body weight. The hatred that comes towards you. But you know what? Fuck them. Okay, I'm just saying it. Fuck them. You do you, and you say what you want to say, and you believe what you believe. You have your opinions the way you want. You have your opinion. Don't give a shit. You know why? Because you got options. Oh yeah, you got options. And there are women that will fall in line and go, okay, that guy, I know he has options. And he has every right to have standards, okay? And this is last point. Women say, I have standards. But yet, again, a guy has standards, like I said, no single women, no women under this age, no women under this weight, body weight. Oh, you're a misogynist. Oh, you are this and that. So double standard. Anyways, so wrapping all this up. So yeah, I know my worth. Well, you guys can say the same thing, especially if you know. And here's the thing, the difference. Us men, we know what weight class we're punching in. We totally know what weight class we're punching in. If you're a cruiserweight, you know you're not punching in the heavyweight division. Us guys, we know this. But for whatever reason, women think that they can punch way above their weight class and that they will be successful in that weight class. And like I said, maybe men will sleep with them, but they will not have relationships with them, or most likely not even be faithful because they got options and they're probably not even into them. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.